Alright, well, welcome along Twitch. For some reason. YouTube. There we go. YouTube's gone live as well. So welcome along, YouTube. You made it just in time. Alrighty, welcome along Twitch and YouTube to today's race, and Facebook as well. We are at the Red Bull Ring here in Austria for the elite division of the SFR GT Challenge. My name is Josh from Demo 1 Garage, and I'll be commentating the race for you all this evening. Today's cause is also World International Day of Peace, or World Peace Day as it's colloquially known. It is a UN-sanctioned holiday observed annually on my birthday, the 21st of September. And it's obviously dedicated to world peace. So that is what today's cause is for when we're racing. It is obviously the second test event, 38 laps around the Red Bull Ring. A clear and sunny Red Bull Ring, not the wet one, which you have seen at the recently added to the title. And welcome along, everyone. You can chat along during the race as well. Your chat messages should appear. If you are on the Rockefeller Racing Facebook or the SFR GT Facebook, I'm not sure if yours will. So I do apologise. There doesn't seem to be a workaround at the moment. Thank you for the happy birthdays, Josh. You can see round one starts for the Elite Division on the 16th of October, and Pro will start the week after. So we've still got Pro Division next week for another test event. But as always, they have 2 times fuel, 5 times tyre wear, and they must use the medium tyre compound for at least a minimum of 1 lap. That is the rule. There are no shortcut penalties turned on, so to speak, but if they do have to run wide or, cause a collision, they will be readdressing that situation if possible and fixing whatever issue they might have caused during a collision as well. So we're actually not too far away. The timer has ticked to 0. Stream will be starting in a brief moment as we wait for the grid to be set. And we'll take you to all the action at the Red Bull Ring. Predictions for the win. Let's have a look. Well, I reckon Neen Tisto might be able to get up there. He's in the Supra today. J-Mag's in the AMG, so definitely got a chance. And Bill Bader in the AMG as well. He's actually on top. I think he's on top of the qualifying. So I'm going to go for those 3. Should appear on the podium at least. DNA Hoodcat, go J-Mag. Alrighty. Well, thanks for waiting, guys. I've just given the signal to get things going. Erky's hosting the stream. Thank you very much, Erky. So you're doing that on Twitch, I see. Thank you. We're just waiting now for the race to start. Let's get into the action. From the Red Bull Ring, my name's Josh from Demo 1 Garage, and this is your final race for the Test 2 event for the Elite Division of the SFR GT Challenge. There's your grid for this evening, all lined up. Well, Erky's on top with Bill Bader and Cooper there. Let's see what can happen as they all fight up towards the Niki Lauda bend here. The first turn at the Red Bull Ring in Austria. Everyone's waiting here on a quiet and calm looking afternoon, and it's about to ring with the sounds of revving engines here, and they're underway. Races a go, and that was J-Mag with an absolutely rocket start through the middle, threading the needle and saying, I've got this one, boys. DJ's out wide, so's Cooper. I think Cooper was in a bit of trouble there, and you can see Doogie tailing onto the back end of Gnarly. So Gnarly's actually lost a lot of positions there. He was up towards the front of that grid, and he's all the way back down to the bottom. But it's Bill Bader leading the field from Erky, and they're going 2 by 2 into 3. And they're going to sort themselves up now before they get to turn 4. But this looks likely to be a cracker of a first lap now as everyone hustles to get to the front. But it's these two at the moment who are putting on a great show. It's Bill Bader and Erky, J-Mag there in the second AMG, and DJ's managed to find his way forward as well. Cooper doing a really good job, and J-Mag still holding third. He's cut it up to the inside line there. Look at this, the field filing through one by one as they finish the first lap. And Joshua Monfort with the let's go, and we're underway. Everything's looking, look at this. It's been a very, very clean lap, must admit, but Bill Bader controls the field at the moment. And it doesn't look like anything can worry him for the present moment. He looks nice and cool, calm and collected. And off they go. Up to the first turn again. Got to get the braking zones right here, otherwise you can run very wide. Krishna has liked the stream. Thank you very much, Krishna Fuentes. Be like Krishna and like the stream too. I would appreciate it. Thank you very much. Here we go, the field. There's your top 10. Gnarly just slots in there. And he's trying to keep tagged on the back of Princess there. He had a big collision with Princess in the first test event, and she was looking very strong. So let's see if these two have a coming together again. They've got some history early on in the Season 2 of the SFR GT Challenge. Looks like Gnarly goes in a little hot through 4, gets the back end out, controls the car correctly. Thomas Logan has also liked the stream. Thomas has joined us. Thank you. Appreciate the support, guys. And Bill Bader, though, look at this. Just total control, dominance at the moment in the AMG. And nothing is phasing him. But it's DJ who has all the pressure in the world on him. Diogo Nasores has followed us on Twitch. Thank you very much for the new follow there. We're about to hit 50. DJ's wide. DJ's very wide. That's going to cause him to be overtaken. And it is. You can see he's losing positions. Quick Smart slots back in there. He's lost only one. He was very lucky. Exotica tried to capitalize, and he does there. Nintisto now tries to slot up the inside. He gets knocked wide at one. Returns back onto the track, and Nintisto is not going to make it easy for him. They're going to be a drag race up towards turn number 3. DJ tries to go around up the inside. Catch is also arrived on scene and wants to join the party, and DJ already losing another spot before the apex of that turn. And now it is on between him and Catch. It is Catch in his new livery in the Aston Martin versus DJ up towards 4, and there's a huge stack of cars ahead of them. He's trying to squeeze him out wide. Will the switchover work here for Catch? Oh, DJ once again overdriving. And Princess in the Mustang as well sees an opportunity, and she might seize it. She will. DJ looks a bit slow after trying to recover. That's going to hurt. That's going to hurt DJ there. And yes, Princess has got the position. It's not going to be made easy though. DJ just runs out of racetrack and has to let the Canadian through in the Mustang. Wow, what a valiant fight from DJ there, but he's lost from 5th to 9th in a whole lap. That is a lap to forget for the man. We'll keep a close eye on him through this whole race, but wow. Here we go. This is where the battle is raging, not at the front. This is for big points here, big bragging rights, and they both run wide. Exotica, look at this, all the cars at the moment pushing the limits of the track limits, so to speak, and they're going to have to be careful. The stewards will look at those infringements later on, and if they deem an advantage was gained, penalties might be handed out. Neen Tisto in the meantime slots it down the inside of J-Mag, and J-Mag's losing a few more positions as well. So the AMGs, which were looking very feisty early on, are being swallowed up just 4 laps into this one. We're on board with Neen Tisto, one of the favourites, I'd say, to have a crack at a podium. Just playing the waiting game for now, nice and patient. Remember, they do have to use a medium compound at least once, but that probably won't be the case. They'll probably use a full stint of medium tyres, and there is fuel consumption's at 2 times. So 5 times for the tyres, 2 times for the fuel. So there will be some fuel and tyre strategies involved, but the main focus is also on the tyres, as that always creates a plethora of strategies. And we always see some very inventive ones as well. Neen Tisto there, a lot quicker through the first turn. And again, they're abusing the track limits at 1. Don't know how long they'll get away with that before they're picked up for that. And you can see the front 2 have really started to build a nice, comfortable lead. But this little pack here fighting for 3rd. Oh! What has happened to Exotica? He almost didn't make the corner, and then it was 3 wide up to the apex, and Neen Tisto finds himself in 5th. There's Catch. He's on the back of that little train. J-Mag's recovered there. He's gained a few spots back very early on. And he's now up into a 6th, but J-Mag back up to 4th, so he's recovered in just 2 laps, so he's done well. DJ's still there in 9th. And look at this, Princess and Exotica. They're putting on a little show for us there. This little exchange is happening for 8th and 7th. But we'll have to have a look, see what happened to Exotica there at turn 3. Because it didn't look very comfortable for him. He just looks like he was really late in the brakes. Coming up to turn 1 again. Let's see what kind of racing line they choose to take this time, as J-Mag leads this little pack in. Well, they all mostly take that right. Bill Bader there up the front. Still leading, but only 4/10. Erky's really putting down the pressure and keeping Bill Bader honest here at the moment. Cooper there's in his own little land at the moment. He needs to catch back up to the front guys. And J-Mag will also want to tag back onto the back of Cooper there and catch back up to those front 2. Don't want to let them get away. Otherwise, they're going to be extremely difficult to catch back up at a later date. Catch is looking very quick here. And he's looking like he might get an overtake in soon on Neen Tisto. Whether or not it's going to work. Let's have a look at the replay of Exotica just a lap ago. It almost looked like he didn't make the corner. Brakes were on. Oh, he just ran wide too quick. Rejoined the track. Oh, Neen Tisto didn't make it easy, but he got room. And then there was a battle up towards turn 4. And look at them, they're all hustling for track position. And Exotica on the outside there. Catch, though, had the grip of the Aston. It was too easy for him. Here we are, starting lap 7. And J-Mag out wide once again. Gets a little bit sideways. That gives Neen Tisto the opportunity he's been looking for. And he moves up to 4th. You make one small mistake in this league and you're going to pay for it very quickly. J-Mag has learnt that lesson here today. And you can see Catch is just playing the patient game as well. Strategy will be key to a lot of these drivers. Battle plan for this one. On board with the green machine himself. Catch from Rockefeller Racing. As he tries to chase down two very quick drivers just in front of him. As you can see at the moment, Catch is just matching their pace somewhat. He's going to need to be careful he doesn't let them disappear on him. And if you are new here, welcome to Demo 1 Garage. I'm your commentator Josh from Demo 1 Garage, and this is the SFR GT Challenge Elite Division from the Red Bull Ring. You can watch us live on Twitch, Facebook and YouTube every time. And here we go for another lap of the Red Bull Ring. On board with Catch, and he gets it really sideways. Corrective steering. Fixes that one. But that was a little bit of a wild ride. I don't think Catch will want to repeat. But here we go. J-Mag now. Sensing a move is on. He puts it down the inside. Gets in front of Neen Tisto on the apex. And I think Neen Tisto's gone around. He has. I don't know if he was helped on by Catch there, but it looked like he got the power down too early. And Princess has come out of nowhere and gotten around the green machine. And she's now sporting 5th position. Exotica as well could soon be one more spot up that grid. Wow, what an absolutely chaotic turn there. We'll have to have a look to see what happened. At the moment, Princess is aggressively driving on. And she wants to catch J-Mag just in front, using the American muscle of that Mustang to propel her around this Austrian track. And doing it in style, I must say. It's a pretty nifty looking livery. Looks a little bit NASCAR, would you say, inspired. Oh, Exotica's quick through there, isn't he? Up to the last turn through 10. Gives Catch a bit of a touch. Oh, no. Catch has caught it, so to speak. That was a very wild exit. Very wild exit. Now, Princess can just put the hammer down, but Exotica is not going to go away. Let's see what she does here. Princess has gone out wide, and Exotica seems to have had the run. They're going to be neck and neck now up to 3. Princess has the long route. Exotica on the inside. He's got the apex before her. Princess, can she get the power down earlier? She just can't do it. Exotica has the edge. And DJ now, it's 4 cars in this train. And this is the battle for 5th position. Princess, at the moment, just keeping her cool. Oh, I think there was a touch there from DJ. I think there was a touch from DJ. Let's have a look. This was just moments ago. No, that was all Catch by the looks of things. Well, there you go. Exotica's managed to pull away slightly. Oh, damn! There was crunching going on then. That was super tight. Princess in the walls at the moment. None of it her making. And she's going to fight back with vengeance now. Down the front straight. Cross the start-finish line to begin lap 10. And she's being squeezed off the track by DJ. He's not making that easy. Very aggressive. Princess here, though, Keeping her cool here. She's in the slipstream, and Catch is also tagged onto the back of this one. This is an absolutely enthralling battle and racing that is going on. Princess, can she push forward? She's going to have the long way to go again. The number 94 gets the switch back, and she's done it. Wonderful move from Princess. Then DJ loses 2 out of that as Catch says, thank you, I'll take that one. And we are seeing an awesome display of driving here today. I must say, Princess turns in. Catch just had to back off because she was quickly approaching. DJ overrunning it a little bit there. He runs a little bit wide. And here we go. We've got a great little battle unfolding in front of our eyes here. Vic Dorcher going for the boss in the green machine. There he is on screen. In the green machine. We're on board with Princess. Oh, and then she's in. Princess is in for the first time. Let's see what kind of tyres she takes here. Looks like Gnarly was on the mediums to start with. So Gnarly's done his medium stint. She comes onto the mediums. So Princess is done. And she will return in 10th position. So she's quite strong at the moment. Let's get an update on the front. And you can see Cooper is leading this one. What happened to Bill Bader? Well, I don't know if Bill Bader's... I don't think he's gone into the pits. We would have seen it. Cooper, though, leads this one in the Mazda, and Erky still fighting in second. Just going to go back a little bit and see if... well, that's where Cooper made his move on Erky around the outside, up into 10. This was on lap 9. Bill Bader must have had a mistake. Surely he's made an error somewhere. Starting lap 10. Because look at the gap he had here. This was a big one. I'm just going to play it through and see if we can't find where Bill Bader did make that mistake. But as you can see, he had nothing left to the right, to the front. All he had to worry about was what is in his rear vision mirror, and it wasn't even that close. Running a little bit wide there at 3. Well, he's made a mistake somewhere. He's come in this lap. So's Neen Tisto, DJ and Arrowhead. Arrowhead's gone into the mediums. Now, Bill Bader comes in 5th position. And he was leading this one at the moment, but he's got a lot of work ahead of him. But it looks like the front 2 have continued on this lap, on lap 12. And it's going to be a battle here between the lap times of Cooper and Erky. Can the undercut work here at the Red Bull Ring? It's going to be a tight one, and Bill Bader will need to put in a solid quick lap here on his out lap, because it's not going to be long, I don't think, before we see these 2 leaders into the pits. So we've had, I've confirmed we have Arrowhead, Gnarly and Princess who have used the mediums now, or on the mediums currently. So their medium stint is picked off. I'm going to try and tick off those who I've seen take the mediums. Let's see what Cooper does this lap as we come around the end of lap 12. Is he joining into the pits? He is. That could be a pit entry infraction there, though. He did cut the corner coming in. And J-Mag follows the front 2. And Bill Bader... It's going to be really close. Really, really close. Cooper goes into the mediums. Can Bill Bader retake the lead? No, he can't. There's Cooper just exiting, but he's going to be a lot closer than he was before, so he has gained some time, I'd say. And it looks like whatever Bill Bader, whatever issue he made earlier, he's recovered from that in that pit window. So now we're getting the first stint out of the way. You can see J-Mag's up into third. I would imagine Erky's taken fuel there as well. Princess holding fifth position. And now there's a battle between these three. The Green Machine leads it. Doogie's involved with two AMS drivers. Doogie and Neen Tisto. Here we go. These guys are quick, but they're also calculating. And I'm sure Doogie and Neen Tisto are working together here to try and just eke out whatever advantage they can of the Lone Wolf catch there for Rockefeller Racing. He hasn't got too much support around him yet. Let's see what he can do. Is he going into the pits as well? No, he's around turn 10. A little bit wide through there. But it looks like these guys, look at this. I think Neen Tisto has given the bump draft. Definition of bump drafting. And it's not the sort of track you'd usually see it work on, but if they're trying to catch up, it's working for them. And working it is as a team. Doogie will have the inside for 3. Neen Tisto, he's being bullied out of that one. Doogie's not making it easy. They might be on the same team, but there's definitely racing. Oh, Doogie gets the back end out, and he was very lucky not to lose it there. And Neen Tisto with the traction gets the better exit. And then you can see Gnarly in the orange Aston Martin. Very jealous and wants to get in on the action. Thinks he's missing out. Now don't forget, ladies and gentlemen, if you want to see some really good racing on September the 28th, that'll be actually the 27th for you in the States, at pretty much this time on the 27th for the States, 28th here in Australia. iRacing Bathurst, 1,161 laps of the mountain. I'll be having a 1 hour stint with some of the crew from FNO and eSports. But I'll also, outside of that, we'll be commentating the entire event. So we'll be giving you an overview of the whole race itself. V8s around the mountain, and it should be a lot of fun. So join us for that one on the 27th of September, 28th if you're here in the Southern Hemisphere. And Bill Bader makes a textbook overtake on Cooper. Cooper didn't really look to defend that one, and now they will continue on with their race and put their heads down and try to race clean and fair, which they've been doing a really good job of, setting some very competitive and fast lap times, which the rest of the field behind them are struggling to keep up with. These guys are setting the benchmark here and looking likely to finish this one somewhere on the podium. Where, though, it will change. Never get too settled. Erky's back there in fourth. He did take fuel, though, in that pit stop. So, well, he's done the fuel stop. The rest haven't. So he might get an undercut advantage there. We're going to have to wait and see. Catches up to fifth now as Princess has been relegated to sixth. And the pressure is on for her. Her fellow Canadian, Neen Tisto from Apex Motorsports, is not going to make it easy. Right there on the exhaust pipes of her Mustang. And she just needs to stay focused on the task at hand. It gets a little wide out of 10. That gives Neen Tisto once again an opportunity, which he pounces all over, and Princess has to work even harder now, trying to recover from that one. A little bit aggressive into the turn there. We'll slow it down. But as you can see, there's a train of 4 cars about to approach as Gnarly tags onto the back of this one. You can see there in the orange car behind. Little battle here between Doogie and Arrowhead. Subaru up the inside. Arrowhead had nowhere to go, had to let the Subaru take it. And now they're going to give us a drag race down to 4. Arrowhead has the inside line. It's the advantageous line. Doogie doesn't look to defend. He thinks he's comfortable. Arrowhead sees the gap, dives in for it. He's got a nose up on the panel. Doogie knows he's there, leaves him just enough room. Arrowhead could get the run around here. He's going to have the long way round at 5. Does he have the grip necessary? He's on the marbles. Very slippery out there and dusty. Look at that. Around the outside the long way. Arrowhead. Great stuff from the Rockefeller driver. That was brave as well. Very brave. Look at this. Doogie was not giving up. And there he goes. Arrowhead just had the grip of that Porsche. There's not much Doogie could do at that moment. And look at that. He's already built the gap up to over a second before they start the next lap. So Arrowhead is looking very fast at this stint. There's Exotica in 11th. Fighting up there early on, but a few mistakes has pushed him down. DJ, he's in 12th at the moment. Gel Speed in the AMG for Rockefeller in 13th. Captain Goof trying out a different MR car today, the McLaren. So I have to see what he thinks about that one after the race. But it's Bill Bader who leads, and he's managed to regain that comfortable lead he had early on, growing that to a gap, an interval between him and Cooper to 2.5 seconds, 2.6. It's always rising. Cooper following, and J-Mag doing his thing in third. Erky, I think one of the early field takers. He should benefit if he can keep his pace up. There's a battle here between Catch and Neen Tisto. Catch up into the top 5. You can see his teammate Gnarly has actually pushed through as well. We saw him in front of Princess there. But Catch now under the pump. Neen Tisto finds the gap on the outside of the turn. Brakes a little bit earlier than what Catch did. Catch had a lot of speed on that entry, and Neen Tisto wasn't able to match that at all. Yeah, Josh, I think the different cycle for Erky will pay off. Up to 3. You can see Neen Tisto's antagonizingly close. But once again, he just doesn't have that top end over that Aston. Can he get around the outside in the corners? The Supra's quite nimble there, but once again, catches all over him. Tisto, though, never say die. Almost a bit of contact there. That would have been just a racing incident, if anything. Through the S's now to finish off the lap. It's a quick lap here. Once again, Neen Tisto's matching Catch's pace, but he's not able to leverage his corner. His high minimum speeds through the corners. He's not able to leverage that advantage and make a move on Catch. He's going to have to be quite punchy on the brakes, I think, in a corner somewhere to make it work. He might have got a good run out of 10 here. He's got the inside line for 1. That's the best place to be. It goes 5th above his head. Does Catch get it back? He can't get the switch over. But once again, it's a drag race to 3. Up through 2 now. Not always considered a corner. And then up towards number 3, the uphill bend, which can give you a lot of understeer if you get that wrong. And there you go, Neen Tisto all over it. Catch just can't match it at the moment. Princess, though, and Arrowhead. There's a few blows being exchanged down the back of the field. Princess with the outside line for 4. Turns in, finds there's a Porsche there, driven by Arrowhead on their inside. She had to be quite careful of that one not to come together there. But Arrowhead doing everything he knows in the playbook to keep Princess behind. And if he can pressurize her into a mistake, well, then he'll ease it and he'll get a bit of a breather. And then he'll be able to work on catching those in front. Increasing his position there from 8th. Yeah, it looks like Princess has dropped off slightly there. She was a little bit slower through some of those corners. She wasn't able to match the pace of what Arrowhead was able to ultimately stick to there. Bill Bader leads 2.5 seconds. Cooper's got 4 seconds over J-Mag. And Erky, well, he's 7 seconds behind J-Mag. But again, remember, he's taking the fuel. So I hope you're all enjoying today's race. If you have never met me before, my name is Josh, and I'm your commentator here on Demo on Garage. This is the SFR GT Challenge Elite Division. And believe it or not, we're already 20 laps in of a 38 lap race. We're almost done. This has been so exciting, and we've still got so much to unfold before you're here, before the end of this one. So don't go anywhere. It's definitely not in concrete where everyone will finish. Gnarly's pushed his way forward. There's a battle here between Exotica and Princess. I don't know if she's running too long on a tyre stint. And as I say that, she comes in for the pits. So she was ahead of Exotica here. And yeah, just Exotica had more grip. Made it look really easy. Coming up to 9, inside line. See you later. So Princess has done her medium stint. And she's going to take softs by the looks of things. I think Gnarly's done his medium stint as well. It didn't look like a fuel stop to me. I did quickly glance at my notes, so correct me if she did get something there, but she returns back into 12th. Bill Bader, we should see him go in probably the next 3 to 4 laps. They seem to be doing about 12 laps on the softs, so lap 24, 25. We'll see what kind of condition he finds those tyres in once we get there, or if it's advantageous or not to run them any longer. The top 3 run through without pitting. Erky joins them. Nintisto the same in the Supra. He's managed to get a 2-second gap there on catch. So things start to, it's weird, things start to split now. You start seeing the field really spread out. But it's then once again, once all these strategies then start, you know, intertwining, so to speak, that's when we get a really crazy finish. And fuel for Arrowhead. So Arrowhead's done the fuel as well. So Arrowhead, he's done his fuel stop and his mediums. He's good to the end. I think he's one of the first to have done so. And he'll return just ahead of Goof, possibly. Yes, he will. Goof and the McLaren's just coming around now for the Stronger Together Racing team. I wonder if he's struggling or not in that McLaren. It is... can be a beast to tame, but once you tame it, it is very rewarding. The 650. Okay, Bill Bader's in. Let's see what his rivals do. Cooper's going to go on. All right, this is going to be very interesting. J-Mag will do the same thing. Let's watch what Bill Bader does here. Get his old Michelins off. New Michelins to go on, and fuel as well. I don't know if he's taking the mediums or not. Catch has taken the mediums. Bill Bader has taken the mediums for this stint. So his fuel and mediums are done. And Catch is also taking fuel. So Catch is done as well. Long stop for Catch. You can see positions tick down. And he should finish the race on softs. He should be able to... Well, there might be another stop here or there. We'll have to wait and see. Cooper, though, coming around to finish his lap. His last lap was a 1:29.495. I'll have to wait and see what kind of time he needs to stay ahead. J-Mag did a 1:29.9, so he's 4/10 down there on Cooper's quickest last lap. Now does our leader in the Mazda, does he pit? Or does he continue on? Is he... Alright, he goes in. Again, cutting that pit entry. That will get him an infraction. And I think he even hit the wall coming in. That will also add to that. J-Mag goes on. Alrighty. So Cooper had the mediums. Cooper's going to need fuel. Cooper will take the fuel. Neen Tisto's in. J-Mag goes on. Erky continues through as well. Bill Bader's there. Cooper's coming out. This is going to be really close between the front couple. Erky comes out in front. Bill Bader just beats Cooper. And the undercut works for him. Cooper now has a lot of work ahead to recuperate that one. Then Tisto will also tick off the medium tyres. So this is where the strategy really plays a different role and really mixes things up. And Erky, having done the fuel stop, is that going to be enough for him, or has he been out there too long? He might not actually need to pit. His tyres might be good till the next stint. So he's did a 1:30. Going to be very, very interesting to see how this one plays out now from here on in. Yeah, different tyres, you're right, Josh. But has Erky done his medium stint? I haven't ticked it off. Doesn't mean he hasn't. He goes through. J-Mag's into the pits as well, so he'll have to take a splash and dash. And Erky will now lead this one. Yeah, I think Erky might be on the mediums now, possibly. Let's cheat and find out. He is. So Erky's currently running the medium tyres. And that means Erky's on the slower tyre now towards the end, while those around him are on a quicker tyre. But he got there by you taking the fuel stop early. Very, very, very smart indeed. Does he have the pace, though, to keep them behind? He's definitely got life in those tyres. I'm not sure if they need to stop again before the end, though. Because I feel like they're going to be just outside the window, but I could be wrong. Here's Bill Bader and Cooper, though, creeping up to the back of Erky. And they're going to be very confident at getting these overtakes here, but I know Erky's not going to want to make it easy. Bill Bader will fancy having a go. Is Erky letting them through? Surely not. Is Erky going into the pits? What has happened there? Oh, I can't believe it. I think Erky's overrun the pit stop. Erky, any advantage he would have gained from that early splash and dash? Oh, what's he done? He comes right across the track as well. He's had to take another fuel stop by the looks of things. I don't know if he was underfueled it. That's a shame for Erky. I think his strategy has just come unraveling in front of him. And J-Mag will recover up to third now. So J-Mag, Bill Bader and Cooper. I don't know if they were the three I thought would be on the podium, but if they were, they're going to prove me right here. So Gnarly finds himself now up into fifth. Erky just behind him after coming out of that pit stop. And it's Catch and Princess here as the battle rages on lap 26. Catch in defensive mode currently. Oh, a little bit of lag there. That looked really awkward, but Catch, don't worry, he wasn't sliding through the corner. He does have track position over Princess here, though. And Princess doing her best to operate the muscle of the Mustang. BOP is on, though, so there won't be too many disadvantages of driving a slightly heavier car like that. J-Mag's in the pits. J-Mag had done his medium stop as well. Looks like he's also had his fuel done as well. So J-Mag will go to the end here. And at the moment, Catch is playing his own race right now. There is a little interesting battle though forming here for fourth. J-Mag's returned to the racetrack, and Gnarly finds himself right on the tailpipes of the AMG, and Erky will be licking his lips because he could actually recover here because he's not too far away. Gnarly sees the room. J-Mag turns in, and Gnarly had to concede briefly. Once again, wheel to wheel now, coming up to the left-hander. J-Mag with the inside line. Gnarly trying to get the switch over done. Doesn't want to ride on those marbles for too long, though. Doesn't feel too comfortable with the traction out there. And that's let Erky catch up. Erky is really now putting the pressure on the orange Aston. And can Gnarly keep his cool here in the closing stages? We've just got 11 to run before we see the end. And now, once again, side by side up to one. It's Erky and Gnarly. Erky up the inside. This could be a textbook move for him. It is. Gnarly tries to carry a lot of speed through the corner. And once again, they're bumper to bumper. Slipstream for Gnarly here. This could be advantageous. Can he find the space up towards 3, or will Erky shut the door? He doesn't go for it here. He's not going to rush it. He's going to try and poke and prod and find any weakness he can on Erky. But Erky looks very quick now as he's got the soft tyres back on. So those in front of him should watch out. You can see Nintisto there in third. He's not too far off. And Erky's looking quite quick in the F-Type. Very, very quick indeed. I'd be scared if I was those two guys. I'd be very worried about having to defend. Erky, a very experienced Gran Turismo Sport racer. He'll know definitely what he's doing. So the front guys did need to pit again. All right. So Bill Bader will come off those mediums onto the softs. And Cooper, though, will continue on. Yeah, I only thought those softs will last 12 laps. I think Erky will be good to the end. Bill Bader comes back out in second. So the gap was big enough there that Bill really didn't lose too much time. And here we go. It is J-Mag and Erky. Erky being a bully now. Up towards 3. Feeling the rear vision mirrors there of J-Mag. Probably a few flash of lights here and there to unsettle him possibly. Erky now just analysing his opponent. Trying to find where he's slower. See if he can outgun him through some of the corners and then possibly devise an attack plan in the coming laps. J-Mag, though, just needs to keep his cool. And if he can do that, he should be able to hold him off. Cooper's in. So our race leader is in the pits. As we watch this little battle between Erky and J-Mag. They'll be definitely aiming for third because they can see it just in front of them. Where's Bill? Bill's just coming down the start straight. Cooper back into the lead. And Bill Bader didn't quite have the pace there to beat him. But it's J-Mag and Erky as we start lap 30 of 38. And they're putting on a really good show here as we call the action all the way to the finish here, to the checkered flag. Strategy today has been vital to be getting it right. And I would imagine if Erky didn't overrun that pit entry that lap, he would possibly be a lot closer to Bill Bader than he is at the moment. I think he'd be easily in third because Erky looks to be the quicker driver here. He just can't find a way around. Pressure is on though for him to perform. Let's see what he can do in the closing stages. He's quickly running out of laps though. So he needs to devise a plan sooner rather than later. He needs to go for it. Or will he just play it safe? It is only a test event. But being that, there's not a huge at stake here. So just bragging rights. And I know all of us sim drivers out there, be you casual or hardcore, it doesn't matter. A position up is a position up, be it fourth or fifth. You're going to rather take the fourth than you can the fifth. But they're really closing in Neen Tisto here. So Neen Tisto could be in trouble very soon. Arrowhead's taking to the pits this lap as well. He'll be good for fuel. And look at this. This train of two is now turning into a train of three. And where Neen Tisto didn't really have to concern himself too much with what was happening, his eyes will be squarely set on J-Mag behind him, because look at that, he's trying to break the slipstream, trying to block it. Neen Tisto trying to make the Supra wide. He needs to brake a lot later. He closes the door. He's going to run wide on the turn, and J-Mag might get the run on him. Erky looking likely to. They squeeze it through. Into the left-hander they go. Erky's on the outside. Neen Tisto. Great racing from these two, and Neen Tisto loses out. But it was a valiant effort all round there. Great racing from these three. They left each other just enough space to race, but at the same time race it on the edge, which we like to see. And Erky, I think he should be able to start pulling away from Neen Tisto here, because they just look like they've got superior grip. But Erky will see third place, and he'll want a bit of that action. Can he steal it though off J-Mag in the closing stages? 7 to go. So there is time. He just can't make a mistake. J-Mag will be wanting to do the same thing. He'll be thinking, I deserve it as well. I've worked hard for this one. Up to 3. And Erky doesn't seem to be going for the space just yet. I wonder what he's thinking. I think Erky knows he can get an overtake somewhere. I think he's evaluated this one well. I don't know how much J-Mag is worried. The gap's sort of opened up here as we start the second sector. And it's Erky now. It looks like he needs to be careful of letting J-Mag run away here if he can't match the pace. J-Mag's looking really smooth. Erky might be slightly overdriving the Jaguar at the moment. I don't know if that's going to affect... That will definitely affect his degradation rate of the tyres. Ooh, a little bit wide out of 10. And you can see things are getting really anxious for Erky here. He knows he's got the pace. He knows he's got the skill set to get the overtake. He just needs to keep the driving smooth here. He'll have the pace down this straight. I think this is his best opportunity for an overtake. Thank you, Eric, for the like, brother. Good to have you along. Here we go. J-Mag once again. Not letting up, and Erky's a lot closer this time. Erky licking his lips at the opportunity, but it is just so far. J-Mag, by the end of that straight, and that Aston just has all the top end, and he can build just a big enough gap here. And whatever advantages Erky has over J-Mag is diluted by the end of that corner. Because once again, the gap over half a second, and Erky's finding it quite difficult to close that in and turn that into an overtake. There's Nintisto. He's falling off the back a little bit, but not too much. Exotica's in 6th. Catches up into 7th. Gnarly, his teammate, is in 8th. Princess has also got Arrowhead for company, so this looks like an interesting battle to the end as well. As we go back to the battle for the final podium spot between Erky and J-Mag. And this is where J-Mag has the upper hand, so he needs to be a lot closer coming out of turn 10 at the end of this lap, I think. And he should get him up into 3. Needs to brake a little bit later. That's what it looks like out the back of J-Mag's car. Erky, a threatening Jaguar just behind. And that'll be a little bit unsettling, I'd imagine. But as you can see, as they get down to the end of this straight, up into this corner here, well, the advantage. It looks like J-Mag has it on the exits. Erky has it on the entry. But J-Mag is able to put the power down a lot sooner than what Erky can, and that's making all the difference before the end of the straight. So Erky, he needs to change it up a little bit. He's really quick into the corners. And this is where he needs to be a lot closer now to J-Mag to make anything of it. He's within a 10th. Oh, J-Mag looks a lot more confident through 9. And here we go. It's action stations once again. Erky tries and tries and tries and tries, but at the moment he just can't shake J-Mag. J-Mag is too strong. Through the first turn they go, over the sausage curbs, and Erky is looking for room. He's getting frustrated now as this rolls on. He can see the laps ticking down. There's only 4 to go. We're on lap 35 of 38. And Erky needs to be a lot closer here. He needs a good exit. I think J-Mag got a good one too. Erky's looking a lot stronger this time. J-Mag having... Yes, Erky is a lot closer this lap. So Erky finally working out the strategy he needs. And he's able to carry a lot of speed into these S's here. So this is where I think he will have the upper hand. If he can get something done before 9 or 10, that'll be his best opportunity. But does he wait for the last lap? Does he just keep putting the pressure on here and mounting it? And possibly send J-Mag into a spin as he's missing a braking point or something like that. A little bit wide there for J-Mag. Erky follows suit though. So no advantage gained for either of them. And he's really tight now to the back end of the AMG. The Jaguar once again searching for room, which just does not exist. J-Mag somehow has made that AMG wider than it comes from the factory. And Erky is absolutely fuming at this point. Lap 36 to 38, and this one is still raging hard. J-Mag needs a good exit. Erky matched it, I think. J-Mag's looking very comfortable though. He looks like he's got this one down pat. And once again, Erky's not close enough to make a move. That's got to be so frustrating. J-Mag will know what it'll be. He'll know it. And the longer this goes on, the more likely we are to see Erky make a rash decision as we come towards the end of the laps here. Which will make J-Mag's life easier if he just watches him go sailing off into the gravel trap. I'll get a quick update for you. Nintisto there's in 5th. There's Exotica in 6th. Catch 7th. Gnarly has managed to shake Princess, who's now in 9th. Oh, sorry, Princess shook Arrowhead. And Doogie occupies 11th. Goof in 12th. Oh, DJ. What has happened to DJ? Oh, that looked a bit weird. I don't know if he had a hardware malfunction or something there. Surely he's not given up. Surely. Our leader, though, is Cooper. And he's got it by almost 5 seconds over Bill Bader. And he's driven the wheels off that Mazda today. We're on the penultimate lap. We're about to begin the final lap. And as I say that, we've missed a goddamn overtake. Anyway, let's watch a replay of the full final lap here. So this was Erky and J-Mag now coming up to that last lap, starting lap 37. So Erky was really close to the back end of J-Mag here. Was there a mistake from J-Mag? No, Erky though, look at that. He had the run out of the first turn. Drag racing up towards 3. Erky goes into 3rd. He's got the inside line. That's the better line. And that's where it was done. Great stuff from Erky there. Made that look easy, but he worked on that for so long. And as we come into the final lap now, Erky just needs to keep it clean. Oh, J-Mag will be killing himself though. He's doing such a good job of defending. But like I said, you make one small error here or there, and the drivers around you will pounce. Very opportunistic. Us race car drivers. Erky again carries a lot of speed through turn 1. There's Cooper. He's managed to get it just over 5 seconds here on the final lap. And he's worked very hard for this win today. Bill Bader will be very happy with 2nd as well. But Erky, after running wide at the pit entry and having given himself a little bit more work to do here towards the end, finds himself in 3rd place. And he's got a little bit of more work to do now. Just a few corners to go. But he should be fairly happy with that result. There comes Cooper for the final time around turn 9. And around turn 10 for the final time. He'll see the checkered flag fly, flash of the lights, and it's Cooper who wins test event number 2. Congratulations to the Turismo team there. Bill Bader comes through for 2nd. And what a drive for the AMG driver. Erky, well, he fought very hard for 3rd, and it's a well-deserved 3rd and final podium position for him. Congratulations. J-Mag just in behind by a second. Valiant effort from him. Catch looks to take 6th. Nintisto took 5th. There's Exotica. Gnarly in the orange Aston will take 8th position. And Princess will finish 9th today in the top 10. So that's a good recovery result after the incident she had last week. Arrowhead takes 10th position and finishes your top 10. Doogie in the Subi, well, it's 11th for him. Lucky 12 for Goof in the McLaren. And DJ's finished it, but it was this man Cooper who won today's race. And congratulations to him. We'll be having him then in the interviews very shortly. So if you want to hang around for the interviews, please do so. But thanks again. If you haven't already liked and subscribed so you don't miss a race here on the channel. I'm your commentator Josh, and I'll be calling the action every time we go live. Yeah, we're about to talk to the podium drivers, and we're going to get JMag involved on the conversation as well. And yeah, you can like, share, subscribe at Twitch, YouTube, or Facebook. And thanks again for those who watch. We're going to get the podium drivers up now. Top 3, and we're going to go JMag. So JMag said tires were dead. We're going to talk to him and find out just how dead his tires were. So here's your race results. Race time there from Cooper, just under an hour, 57 minutes, 8 seconds. First over the line. And then it was Bill Bader in the AMG, Urki there in the F-Type, getting ahead of JMag at the death. With Neen Tisto, Catch, Exotica, Gnarly, Princess, and Arrowhead. That's your top 10. And what a race it was. The fastest lap was Cooper, a 1:27.8 on lap 31. Alright. Alrighty. Cooper's not here. Well, Bill is. How was that race for you today, Bill? Second place in the test event. Looking strong in the AMG. Was that all to plan today? Were you expecting a win? I don't know if you're there.
I'm here. Happy birthday, big dog.
Hey, thanks, bro.
Man, I don't know. I wasn't really expecting to win. That was a good race. That was a really good race. I had fun.
Yeah, you and Cooper exchanged a few positions here and there, but Cooper was
it was
just
a
cool.
great battle.
Cooper came out of nowhere. Was that were you happy with the strategy you played as well today? Would you have changed it in hindsight?
Yeah. No, I wouldn't have changed it any. I going into it, I was thinking I was going to run mediums to the end, but looking at the lap times and I had Cooper ahead and I was on mediums and he was on soft, so I figured I'd try it out and go ahead and run softs to the end.
Well, congratulations on second, man. Is the AMG going to be your official pick come round 1?
Maybe. We'll see. Maybe.
All right. We'll let everyone know as soon as we know.
It worked today. It worked pretty good.
Yeah. Well, the AMG's got that top end, and it's got that rocket start if you can nail it. So it's a good car to have.
That helped me get by in the beginning.
Yeah, definitely. Cooper though in the Mazda. Where did you start, man? I don't think you were in the top 3 at the start, or were you?
I started. I think I was third. I was third.
Well, your yellow.
Yeah, third.
Yellow Atenza sticks out, man. You drove the wheels off that thing today.
Well, it's also down to the fact that this car is actually really good around this track, apparently. I found it out a few weeks ago when I was doing time trial. I had like a 28.8 on time trial with like hard tires, so I already knew that this car was gonna be like really good at this track, and especially considering that Marzin used it in FIA and he got a good score. So, I really like this like track and car combo.
Yeah, well, it works. What do you know what it is about the Mazda? Just the pace it has on the tires? Is that what it is?
It's fantastic on softs and mediums, and even sometimes on hards. Has decent tire wear, decent feel, although it is kind of slow in the straights, and I think that's pretty much the only weakness on the Mazda, to be honest. You can actually fuel save with shifting at 80%, and that's literally what I was doing. So that's why I had a little bit more in the pits than some guys behind me had like 13. So I just knew where to save the fuel, and it was pretty much sector 2. So I just used fuel map 2, and yeah,
And you got the fastest lap today too, man. Well done.
yeah, yeah. It's a shame I couldn't do that lap in uh, but well, I did the lap, but it's a shame I couldn't go faster. I could have had like a point 0.5 or point 0.4 in qualifying, but I always screw up qualifying.
Yeah,
So
man. Quali's it's a different game. It's a hard
yeah,
one.
definitely. And I'm really trying to practice qualifying, honestly, because yesterday I had the car for the track and uh, for FIA, and I did not really do. I did well, but I think I could have done better in it. So I just have to utilize qualifying and take it more seriously.
So were you testing the Mazda out today, or is it more of a permanent thing?
It's permanent. It'll
Cool.
be permanent for pretty much a long, long time
Oh,
because I think this car suits me rather than the Supra or the Beetle last week. So
I like it. Something different. I can't wait to see what kind of crazy stunts you can pull, man.
looking at the schedule, there's a lot of tracks that the Intenza is really good at. I think Catalunya, if I had raced yesterday, probably would have been the best car for that track. So, um, it's just a really balanced car. It's just a shame that it doesn't have top end speed. So top end tracks where like you need the top end speed, like Le Sarf and Nürburgring,
Yep.
it won't really like perform that well. But in the corners and if a track like Red Bull Ring, it will definitely perform uh, a lot better than some other cars.
Well, I'm excited to see what the season brings, man. Congratulations on the win, dude.
Thank you, thank you very much.
No worries. Erky, you worked hard for that third spot, dude. Lap after lap after lap. J-Mag just had you. But you did in the end, and you secured third. But it was a rough ride, man. You almost missed the pit entry there at one point, too.
Yeah, man. It was a really good race with J Mag and the other guys up top. What happened at that pit stop, man? I was just trying to turn in and try to keep a good speed and not run anyone's races. And I noticed my car wasn't turning, so I just went wide and let them by. So I know I'm going to get a penalty for cutting pit entry. But hopefully it's not too harsh.
It happens. What about I can't remember. Yeah, did you take early fuel, or was it like a half splash or something? Because it seemed like you were quicker in the fuel stops.
Well, the first time I pit, I took up to 89, and then the second time I pit, it wasn't too much to go, so it was more of a splash.
Right. Yeah, you were the only one I think. Well, who I saw do that, but it seemed to play dividends there at the end because the undercut sort of worked here. Surprisingly.
I had no clue what the hell I was doing. I didn't have any strategy with coming to pits. I was just winging everything and trying to judge what J Mag was doing because he was out there for a very long time.
Oh yeah. Well, that's the winging. It's the best way, man. So just keep it up.
Yeah, man. Happy birthday as well.
Ah, thank you. I'm an old bastard now. Big 3-0.
Hey, I turned 30 on the 2nd.
Hey, there you go. Hey, we'll party together, bro.
Don't worry, say less.
Well done on third. J-Mag, man, tried your hardest, but in the end, you couldn't hold him off. Just, you said it was the tyres. Was that all it was? Just tyres were done?
Yeah, I pushed him pretty hard, and I actually did one lap on the mediums. I took a gamble there. I tried to think if I maybe could have stayed ahead and go the rest of the way on the mediums, but after the first lap, it was like 7/10 down from my previous fast laps. I'm like, I'm gonna make a quick dive to the pits and see if I can last and go to the end on soft. So I wasn't expecting that was gonna put me, in traffic right with Gnarly, but I figured I'd be pretty close to Ericy and have to definitely hold him off. And I gave it everything I had. So I'm not sure if that gamble was worth it or not. It's hard to tell. I have to look at the replay, but yeah, I mean, I gave it my all. Pace was a little bit sluggish at the start, but got a little bit better towards the end.
Were there many incidences for you for that one? Or was it relatively clean through the field?
I think it was pretty clean. I mean, there was a couple bumps here and there, and that's going to happen, unfortunately.
Obviously, yeah.
When slipstream is so important in this place, and everyone's got to break at at the exact same time as everyone else, that's going to be difficult. So, other than just a few bumps, it was pretty clean.
Well, you kept your cool for a lot of laps, man, and I think if the race had been 2 or 3 laps shorter, you probably would have got the third. So well done.
Next time, can I borrow your heart monitor? You probably would have loved to see that on the last few laps.
Oh, no joke. They're like $30 on Amazon.
I know, I'm just kidding with you. Happy birthday, by the way.
Nah, cheers, man. No, I would love to see everyone's heart rates because you must have been sweating.
Yeah, I feel like I was sweating pretty much right after a gym workout I normally do. So that was a lot of fun, though. I mean, I love stuff like that. So
cool.
That was a fun race with Erky. So congratulations to Cooper and Bill Bader. Good gracious. I mean, Bill's gotten so much faster from last year. So congrats to both of those guys. Yeah,
congratulations to Bill, Cooper, and Erky for the podiums, and thanks for having a chat, J-Mag. Can't wait to see what you guys bring next week not next week, the week after next for round 1.
Yes, sir. Looking forward
Thank you,
to
guys.
it.
Thank you, J-Mac.
No dramas. Thanks for having a chat.
All right, adios.
All right, well, that's going to end today's stream there, everybody. Thank you for joining us today for that race. Don't forget, if you haven't already, you can follow us on Twitter at Demo1G, or at Facebook, Demo1 Garage, Twitch, Demo1 Garage, YouTube, Demo1 Garage. And, yeah, we will have the Pro Division next week, same time. And then the week after that, we will have round number 1 of the Elite Division here on Demo1 Garage. But on the 27th of September, don't forget, Bathurst 1000 here on the channel, all 161 laps. Yes, October 6th, round 1 for Elite, and 13th for the Pro at Lake Maggiore. Can't wait for that one, but we've got one more test session to go, and it will also be live here on the channel. So thanks again for all those who've liked, shared, and supported us, and followed, subscribed, wherever you are. Thanks once again. My name is Josh from Demo1. Race hard on the edge, and I will see everybody in the next race. Talk soon. Good night.